what's the future of natural gas for transportation? I'm Jill Horner. This is Comcast Newsmakers. With me this hour is Pennsylvania State Representative Dan Moul. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
You recently took a trip to California for the purpose of learning about natural gas and how natural gas can be used in transportation. Talk to us a little bit about the trip, and then we'll get into some of the ways that this could potentially work here in Pennsylvania.
Thanks. About a week or so ago, it was a non-session week, and I had arranged to take a trip to California to visit with a company and tour with a company called Clean Energy. And they specialize in natural gas usage for transportation, mainly big trucking companies, busing companies, trash companies. Anybody that uses a lot of fuel and comes back to the same place every day, because we don't have fueling stations set up, a chain of them set up across the country yet. So, I took it upon myself on my own dime, if I might add. I didn't want to lay this one off on the taxpayers to pay for my trip. So I took it out of my pocket, went out there, toured, and I learned what they're doing in California with natural gas. And being that we have such an abundance of natural gas in this country, and especially in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, we need to take the lead on utilizing our natural gas resources to lighten the load of how much foreign oil we need to depend on.
So let's talk a little bit about that natural gas supply, because Marcellus Shale is a big conversation happening in Pennsylvania at this point.
Huge.
In terms of natural gas extraction. But you say there are other ways to capture natural gas, including natural gas that's emitted through the decomposition that happens at landfills?
Oh yes, and this is becoming a very big thing. The company that I toured with, they actually will go into a landfill and put the piping infrastructure in to capture the methane gas, which is created from the digestive or decomposition process of the landfill activity, and it produces methane. There's no discernible difference. The chemical makeup of the methane gas coming out of a landfill or out of agriculture, or off of a sewage treatment facility is absolutely, the chemical makeup is exactly the same as it is from natural gas being pumped out of the ground, out of shale, like the Marcellus Shale. So they're capturing what they call renewable gas, because as long as we have sewage treatment facilities, as long as we have landfills, as long as we have agricultural farms, they can actually capture the methane gas off of these places. And it's not a small amount anymore. Now we're talking about, just for example, Los Angeles County sewage treatment facilities are producing hundreds of millions of cubic feet of natural gas per year.
So that's a large facility, I would think, because it's a large population.
Yes. Now that's one of the biggest. But still, you could capture methane gas off of one of the smallest facilities in the country. And it's there, and to this day, if you're not capturing it, it's simply escaping into the atmosphere.
What about the infrastructure costs associated with something like this? Who bears those costs? Are they prohibitive?
Well, no, they're not. At one time, they used to be prohibitive, but the technology has now advanced to the point where this company will literally come in and capture your gas at no cost to you and pay you a residual off of what they make on the gas. So it's a win-win situation. The gas is used, whether it's used to make electricity or whether it gets put back into the pipeline to use in your home or to heat a building or whatever. And you actually make a commission on that, and they spend all the money for the infrastructure to capture it.
We just have a minute left, but what do you see as the future of the usage of natural gas? This is a separate conversation than the one related to the extraction of natural gas, but how are we going to be using this in transportation and other needs down the line?
My hopes are that, especially here in Pennsylvania, that within 10 years, and it's not going to happen overnight, that you will have the option of buying an automobile or trucks for your business, and literally you'll know where the natural gas refueling centers are, or refuel at your home. People that have natural gas lines to heat their home, they could get a home refueler. And within 10 years, I'd like to see it switch around, that the majority of the vehicles, especially big vehicles in the state, are running on natural gas or liquefied natural gas, as opposed to depending on foreign oil to run this state or country.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We've been talking with Pennsylvania State Representative Dan Moul. I'm Jill Horner.